Welcome back to our Dinner Party podcast. I'm Lindsay Jagger.
And I'm Keith Williams.
On today's episode, a really big thing happened this week. In addition to that, monkey mayhem, Indiana football, Russia fined Google for all the money in the world. We lost a very special person this week. And behind the glass gate, let's get into it.
I'm ready to learn.
Oh, yeah. We're big this week. First topic. Something really major happened.
What happened?
Boeing finally settled with their union.
Oh.
That's 100% the only thing that happened this week.
Wow.
The only important thing. It actually, I think this happened on November 4th. So I think other important things happened. I'm not really sure.
And they voted on it?
They voted. A very important voting thing happened this week. But again, we're the Boeing podcast. We are their official PR arm, supposedly.
I should have leaked it first.
Yeah, we got to get better at this.
Yeah.
We have a whole podcast and we didn't link this news.
My insider guy did not follow through.
That's rough. That'll be another story for another week.
Yeah.
But details on Boeing. November 4th, members of the International Association of Mechanists and Aerospace Workers voted to accept a new contract ending the 7-week strike. BT-dub at 7 weeks, Boeing is out just a few $1 billion, I think. The agreement includes a 38% wage increase over 4 years and a 12% ratification bonus. That's basically like a signing bonus for when you come back. The last rejected offer, by the way, was a proposed $7,000 ratification bonus and a contract that included 35% wage increases over 4 years. So they got a little bit of a bump there, 3% bump in their wages, and a nice hefty signing bonus with that 12% or 12,000 from 7,000. I don't know what that costs them in the long run. I assume it's much cheaper than the billions of dollars they're out on for just not producing airplanes for a few weeks.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I would love to get a $12,000 bonus.
100%. I'm trying to do that.
To agree to work, a job I already was doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like a signing bonus every once in a while.
Yeah, just to,
You got to get that union job. Got to get that union job.
I'm sure it just increases the vibes.
The vibes are good going back.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the average union worker at Boeing makes, but $12,000, I assume that's a lump sum at the get-go. It did not state whether that's broken up over a year or per month. But if that is a lump sum,
that's nice.
Can they pay, that would be a ridiculous amount of money to pay out. Because $12,000 to how many people?
I don't know. A lot. I can't pay it.
No, I cannot have a union.
No. Or big company.
No. I wish I could unionize. We could start a podcast union of our podcast.
So who do we negotiate with?
Well, we would have to find someone to be the man for us. And our podcast isn't owned, but we could try to get bought and then make them the man and unionize.
We'll do it for a bit.
We're just hire us for a little bit and then you can let this podcast go. Don't worry about it.
We're just doing a bit here, guys.
I love it. I don't know what Boeing's paying out, but good for that union. Way to go. You got paid.
Congrats.
Amazing. That's all I got on Boeing. That was kind of a quick slide in. I feel like I can't let it go. That might be the last. Yes. There it is.
There it is.
Well done, union. Hopefully that's the last we have to report on them. Listen, Boeing, don't send anything else into space. You're going to have to send things into the air. So perhaps this isn't the last time we report on Boeing, but best of luck to them.
Yep. Stick to the not outer space. Whatever they call the sky. Stratosphere.
Is it not still the... Oh, okay. Yeah, stratosphere. We can get... Well,
is that the right word?
I don't know. I don't know what layer they fly in.
Yeah.
Sky. Don't go past the Earth's limits.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the only sphere I know is the stratosphere.
I think Boeing has satellites, though. I don't think those are bad. I don't know. Just be cool.
Be cool.
Be cool. Okay, our next topic, because I can't handle that anymore.
Wait.
I have to stay on Boeing a little bit longer.
No. We're in different chairs.
We are in different chairs. We switched it up.
And no sparkling ice.
And here's the thing. We still love sparkling ice.
Yeah.
But this week's episode is special. It's brought to you by Despacio?
I don't know.
Mezcal, actually. And it's not really brought to you. Whereas sparkling ice actually does pay us. This one doesn't, but we're doing a little fun.
You see what
Bringing
happened?
back the party to the dinner party pod.
Yeah. What had happened was I forgot it in the fridge. That's the story.
That's the background.
That's the whole
Things
that's all you need
happen,
to know.
and now we've got mezcal. I like that you forgot sparkling ice, but remembered the tequila.
It's
not tequila,
While I was
right?
packing it up, I was like, you know what? We could use one of the, we could bring a flavor and then maybe a little mix action.
Sure.
And
Forgot the mix.
totally forgot the mixer.
We're not mixer people.
Yeah.
It's
So,
fine.
Yeah, that's, you can continue now.
Okay, back to it.
Yeah.
You know what? I also have to say, I think I just never want to report on Boeing again. And God help them if something happens where we have to talk about it. But this has been nonsense.
Yeah. I'm glad it's over.
Anyway, moving
We're fired.
on. Here we go. Yeah, we are fired. Actually, we quit.
Yeah.
We'll protest later. Did you hear about the monkeys?
No.
Monkey mayhem in South Carolina after 43 primates escape research facility. This is via NBC and Reuters. The rhesus macaque primates. I don't know how to say that, obviously. Macau? Rhesus macaque primates.
Macaque.
Macaque.
I believe it's macaque.
Okay, well, some monkeys. They're still on the loose after escaping from the Alpha Genesis Primate Research Center in Yemassee Town, said the town administrator, Matthew Garnes, late Thursday morning. In an update shortly before noon today, today's Thursday, November, where are we?
7th.
November 7th. There we go. Police said the Alpha Genesis had eyes on the monkeys and were attempting to entice them with food. Traps to catch the animals on the run have been set, and police department was using thermal imaging cameras to find them. Police were working closely with the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office and state agricultural and wildlife officials to wrangle those monkeys.
Okay. So bigger deal than I thought. I thought these were going to be zoo monkeys, not research monkeys.
No, and I don't know what we're researching with them or on them. Like, is it giving, like, are we testing makeup on the monkeys? Is that what this animal research is? Or are we, like, learning about monkeys? Are we Jane Goodalling or are we, like, Elf Cosmetics? Also, that's not true. I think that cosmetic company is cruelty-free, so I apologize to them immediately.
Oh.
So maybe, like, L'Oreal. I feel like that one's for sure not, like, cruelty-free.
Alpha Genesis.
Yeah. So 43 monkeys is nothing to be calm about. That's a lot of monkeys. Also, there was that one time in like California, a monkey got out and ripped off a woman's face. Remember that?
No?
Yeah, she had to have facial reconstruction surgery. So don't open your doors to monkeys, South Carolina residents, is like what the advice I would give.
Yeah, they don't belong there. The monkeys.
In South Carolina?
Yeah.
No, very much not. That is not a native species by any imagination. What would you do if a monkey showed up to your house?
Well, obviously,
Like if you're like chilling, barbecuing, and all of a sudden there's like a monkey.
I mean, obviously, I would open the door and let him in because it's a monkey.
You're going to let a monkey... Okay, so your face is getting ripped off.
Well, it depends on the monkey, maybe. If it's a chimp, no.
Yeah, that's true. It was a chimp that ripped that lady's face off. They're aggressive, huh?
I don't trust the chimps.
I don't think it helps that they called them primates. That feels like we're splitting hairs, right? I mean, it is a primate, but like it's a monkey.
Oh, I think those macaques are small. That sounded weird.
Is that
but
even worse? That I just don't think that's got to be how you say it. I don't know.
I think so.
Fine. The rhesus monkey. Can we call it that?
The what?
Its first word is
Oh,
rhesus.
Yeah,
They are tiny monkeys.
Yeah, those are the nice monkeys.
It's like the type of monkey that you would picture in...
Oh, they're these guys. Rhesus.
That looks like a mean monkey.
He looks irritated.
I think those monkeys are causing some problems. Do you think... Are they pack animals, right?
I
Like
think
most
so.
of these are probably hanging out together somewhere.
Yeah.
It's pretty hot in South Carolina. They're probably fine.
Oh, look, we can have it pronounce the word.
Oh, okay. Let's tee that up. Here
Yeah.
we go, ladies and gentlemen. Real time.
We're going to do it. If the volume thing will go away. Oh, wait. No. Sorry. That's the sound.
That's the sound they make, huh? Okay, so knowing that, I'm going to reissue the question to you. If that's the sound this monkey's making in your backyard, are you opening the door to it? What are you doing besides calling the cops? I'm calling the cops. I don't want to deal with a monkey.
Maybe it's a capuchin. The one Ross had.
Do you think your dog could catch a disease from these?
If it had a disease.
If
Maybe.
you are...
If I knew it was from the research place, I probably wouldn't touch it.
Right.
If it was a zoo, maybe.
Right. If you're inevitably the dog catcher that they're using to now become a monkey catcher, what's your strategy? Because I'm 100% just getting like a bunch of bananas and kind of like hoping for the best here.
Yeah, like a trail of food into a trap.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would
Like a
do it.
classic kind of
Yeah.
situation.
Little Tom and Jerry little trap guy. Or
100%.
Looney Tune trap. Here we go.
100%.
Macaque.
Dang, you're right. Macaque.
Macaque.
And they are small. Well, to be a dog catcher in South Carolina, Beaufort County, because there's no doubt in my mind when they say they're working with state agriculture and wildlife officials, it just feels like they're also going to use the local dog catcher.
Oh.
Also, what would the state wildlife officials know about monkeys? Again, not native to South Carolina. What do they know?
I bet the research place has their own like recovery team.
Maybe they don't. That's actually a great question. What's your crisis plan?
Yeah.
Research place. Did you also who let the monkeys out? Let's pose that
Oh.
question.
Yeah. We maybe asked Chat GPT to make a song. Who let the monkeys out? I don't know. I don't think it's been done before.
Not once.
So.
Not once. We've never questioned who let any animal out. To my knowledge, that doesn't exist. None whatsoever. I think someone's fired. If I were to recap the story, I think the only thing that I would recap in the future is so-and-so got fired for letting the monkeys out. Also, so many monkeys. You have one cage. 45 came out at once.
45 in one cage?
Well, no. Well, there's 43 missing.
Oh,
Okay, so
yeah,
not
yeah.
45, but
I
they can't be an individual cage. How did you accidentally let out 43 monkeys if the 43 monkeys are not all in one cage?
You think somebody like went for a smoke break, left the door open, propped so they get back in the building?
And the monkeys are like
Yep.
heading out. Maybe they thought they needed a smoke break.
I could see it being like a Netflix movie one day where all the monkeys
breaking
are
out.
like clicking and gathering, talking.
I think that one's called Planet of the Apes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They've already done it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
That song idea, that sticks though. That's got legs. Go with that. You'll make money there.
Yeah. I need a name, like my artist name.
I don't know who sang that song. I wanted to keep up with that bit, and I was going to give you an artist name based off of them. Baha Men.
Baha Man. Yeah.
Indiana guy.
Yeah.
That's the best. All right. Well, we'll look forward to that single, and we'll move on to Indiana football. Indiana football is good in other college football rankings. This got dropped on election night because why not? Why not?
It's probably more important.
It might be.
Indiana football.
I think it's also the one thing that, like, if politics upsets everyone can be upset about politics.
Yes.
College football rankings upsets more people than politics.
Yeah.
That is, if I were to give it a scale from politics to college football, that's basically where we're at.
Yeah, because definitely more people know about the college football rankings than who's even running for president.
I
Because
mean,
you know, you saw Google like the did Joe Biden drop out was like a top trending thing.
They were like,
didn't
wait,
even know he dropped out.
who are the candidates?
Yeah.
These are the questions we need to know right away. Also, if you knew any of your judges, congratulations. You are in the 1% of American voters if you knew which judges you wanted to keep on or off in your state.
My favorite is the ones where there's like one person running.
Yeah.
Do you vote for this person?
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
No.
No, you don't.
Do you?
That's weird. No.
On an old school ballot, I won't lie. On an old school ballot where you still like fill in things, those are the ones where you can also be like, or fill in your own.
Oh, yeah.
I vote for myself.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if one vote wins it, then
That's cool.
it was mine to begin with. Right?
I never thought of that.
One time I impromptu ran and I got 3 votes. I got my parents to vote for me real quick. So
You ran for an actual thing?
no, I didn't run. I just decided I was filling my name in and we
Yeah.
were all like doing it together because I was like 18 at the time. And I feel like for a 5-minute campaign to automatically get 3 votes, I did great.
Did you win?
I mean, no, not at all.
Okay.
But still, like 3 votes has to register,
pretty
right?
good.
Like when people collect, they were probably like,
You just should have told the whole line. You probably would have won.
I know, dang.
Well,
you know
no,
what?
you can't do that because it's.
No, you cannot do that. I actually might have committed voter fraud anyway, I suppose.
'Cause you were talking about it.
In a voting room of sorts. I mean, it was our house, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. But I still felt like that was a really solid campaign, and it has inspired me to potentially run in the future. Because really, I convinced 100% of my potential.
Yeah, maybe
Voting pool.
like if more people know.
Yeah, next time I'll just like let them know.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna run.
Like if you want to fill
Yeah.
in my name, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk about football. Indiana University here in Indiana is on fire. They are undefeated. They went into this football season as having the worst record in college football history, which is insane. So literally this year changed it all with Cignetti. I think that's how you say their coach's name. They're currently ranked 9th in the CFP rankings. Oregon is first, followed by Ohio State, Georgia, Miami, and Texas, rounding out the top 5. 4 Big Ten teams, which is the conference IU's a part of, 4 remain in the top 25 at this time. Again, more people are probably angry about the ranking of college football teams than even the presidential election. I genuinely feel like this was a hotter comment section than many of the political debates out there. Also, this year, the playoff format expands to 12 teams instead of 4. So IU is in that conversation as they are undefeated. Kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
IU and Purdue typically fight for the last spot in Big Ten football, if we're being honest.
Yeah. I mean, we're a basketball school. Not anymore.
Purdue became a basketball school. It feels very Twilight Zone where irony. I think this is literally the definition of irony. What you thought was not, or what would be is not. Purdue went all the way to the final game in basketball. They have done well in basketball the last few decades, I suppose, or
They had
decade.
that really tall guy.
Zach Edey
Yeah, who is just
in
really
the NBA
tall.
now. Yeah, he's like 7'2".
Maybe taller than that. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's tall.
You get over 7 foot. I don't know that it really matters. I'll be honest. You're just tall.
You're scoring.
Yeah. And Canadian. Good for him.
They let a Canadian go to Purdue?
I mean, it's further north than IU, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, IU football. I'm excited.
Yeah?
I've been a fan for a long time
Of specifically IU football?
of specifically IU.
Okay,
I
fair
usually
enough.
tune out college football because what's the point?
Yeah. Big fan this year then.
Yeah, I watch when I can.
It's kind of crazy because I went to Purdue and I have been to a bucket game at IU. For those who don't know, Purdue and IU's like football rivalry game, they play for an Oaken bucket. Literally have been to IU where it's like there were probably more Purdue fans in that stadium because the football team it has historically been not just bad but awful.
Yeah.
So awful. The
Nobody goes.
atmosphere around it. The tailgating, top notch. The atmosphere in the stadium, abysmal. You could be watching like TV in the stands, honestly. Like it was that sort of a vibe. It was not engaging, especially even for like an Oak and Bucket game. Again, like rivalry game, you would expect people to show up in the stands, and they really didn't. So it's awesome to see what this coach has done. And I think it's even more interesting because he brought like a good amount of players with him. The transfer portal thing clearly works for this guy. I know that's a conversation in college football a lot. I don't know enough to really be like, yay or nay, it's awesome or bad. Works for this guy. And it has genuinely turned around a culture at IU. Like, that's the only way you can put this because they're sold out. I can't imagine that stadium having ever been sold out before this year. I would think this is the first time.
I mean, it was really cool to see the last home game where it was just packed full.
College game day came.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was, why would they ever come to here?
Indiana's just honestly been crushing it. Like, not even the school, Indiana, but like as a state, we've slayed. We've had a lot going on.
Yeah. And where was I? Oh,
they sold out.
They did sell out. I don't remember. I think their next game is Michigan.
It is.
And then Ohio State.
Michigan's been crap this year.
Yeah.
I think the powers that be who rank college football teams allowed Michigan to be in the top 25 for far longer than they needed to be. It's a rebuilding year. All those kids, they won and they left and their coach left, and so nobody stays and they suck. And I imagine IU will be, again, undefeated by this Sunday.
The transfer portal, that's the other thing. I don't necessarily like it. I think I don't know. I just don't like how quickly players they're in and out, and out.
Impressive that they can come and go so quickly with those NIL deals. I would think those would keep players kind of grounded. But again, I don't really know enough to say.
I mean, I'll look the other way this time because it's seems to be working out for us. But
I mean, he basically brought this team. They are winning because this man brought this team to IU.
Yeah.
Not that every single person here was not here last year for IU or part of the team this year. There are certainly players that he's plugged in that were already at IU.
Yeah.
But also it's it's a testament to him at being a good coach. So I wouldn't knock him there. And maybe this is just how you do it now. If you hire a coach, that guy better be able to immediately bring players, because in the past, you bring a coach in and you say, all right, well, it's going to take you 2 years to get some recruits in, and then we'll finally see if your football team's any good. No, now it's like next year, if you're worth a shit, your team better win something.
Well, I remember at the beginning of the year, IU was winning. They were like 4-0, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
We've seen this before, though.
Yeah. We've all watched this movie.
Yeah, they're like, well, how come the fans aren't? Well, we know how this usually goes.
We're like, yeah, you played who, right?
Yeah.
What in a bag of chips?
That's still what a lot of people think. Who have you played?
Yeah.
That
is a conversation.
I don't think they beat any top 25 team yet.
They have not. They have not played a top 25 team, or at least they were not ranked in the top 25 when they played them. But I think more than likely they have not. So Ohio State will be their true test.
Yeah. So you'll go from playing no ranked teams to the second ranked team. So
casual.
Yeah. We'll see. If
it's a blowout, then we say, okay, Big Ten. If it's not, then maybe they've got something real there. Yeah. By the way, on the other side of the state, Purdue, that football team is awful.
Yeah.
They suck. They are so bad. I went there. I love Purdue, but my goodness, that is a bad football team. I cannot imagine how many people are going to lose their jobs if Purdue can afford it, because obviously with coaches comes coaches' salaries.
Yep.
Woof. It is ugly. That stinks. That football team is so bad. They won one. You know what's crazier? The only game they have won this year was their first game. So it's like a throwaway game against North, South, Western, Central Kentucky.
Right.
They won that game 50-0, whatever the score was. That team must have been awful.
Real
I
bad.
have like the longer this year goes on, I'm like, how bad was that first school that you guys shut them out? Because it's been ugly ever since then.
Well,
Purdue
last-
also has like played Oregon and played some like very decent schools, I would say. But they lost to Northwestern too, and Northwestern isn't good, so they have had a crap season.
well, because I think Ohio State's only lost to Oregon by 1 point. That's their only loss.
Yeah.
So,
No, Ohio State is Ohio Stating.
Yeah.
Oregon is back.
well, it's just
'Cause
like
they had a few rough years, I think, too.
you were talking about Purdue's first game winning 50-0. I was concerned about IU's basketball team. First game was last night.
Oh, yeah?
They played some SIU whoever.
Right. North Southwestern.
Yeah, and I turn on the game in the second half. They only got 12 points. I'm like, what is this? Indiana, you should be like
Shake it off
beating
the
these
disc.
guys by 30 points. What
Yeah.
are you doing? And they're ranked like 17. We'll see. I don't know.
I don't love rankings at the start of the year because it can give such a fake hope,
Maybe wait till after
Give them a couple
first-
weeks or something.
because having a ranking after the first week when nobody's played, what's the point?
Yeah. I mean, Purdue's ranked well, I think 14th. But I'm like, a bunch of people had to have graduated, right? It's just not the
Well-
same team. So how do you even rank that?
They lost tall guy,
They lost tall guy.
and
They've got another tall guy, though, that's taller.
really,
Yeah, isn't that
Taller.
crazy?
wow,
I know. Skyscrapers up there.
Maybe.
Skyscrapers.
tall guy wasn't good. You got taller guy now.
Like the replacement.
Yeah,
It will be fun to watch. I don't know. All of this come out. It'll be interesting if Indiana can compete against Ohio State. I think they can. I think it will be a game. I don't think they'll get blown out.
it's gonna be, I think, in Ohio State. So
Oh, that's rougher.
gonna be
That
rough.
is rougher. That's a lot of red.
yeah, the insufferable fans of Ohio State.
They really are. I know everybody says they hate Duke, but I'm like, can we all hate Ohio State?
I think everybody does, except
Yeah.
for Ohio State fans.
Yeah.
They're like the Yankees of college football.
Yeah. It's like the one time I can get on board with Michigan. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I hope IU keeps on rolling just for the plot. Do it for the plot, IU. Do it for the plot. All right, next, Russia fined Google for all the money in the world.
Oh,
Are you ready for it?
yeah.
This one's a doozy, all right? A Russian court demanded Google pay a number so large that even the Kremlin conceded to NBC News on Thursday that it was more of a symbolic gesture than a sum it soon expects to bolster. The fines amounted to $20 decillion.
Decillion.
Decillion. That's 20 followed by 33 zeros, or 2 undecillion rubles, a 37-figure digit figure. According to Russian news outlet RBC, the fine is the total amount demanded by 17 Russian television channels and other media news outlets whose output has been blocked from YouTube, the video platform owned by Google, as sanctioned supporters of President Vladimir Putin's regime and its invasion of Ukraine. These television channels were kind of deemed to be creating fake news, is the simplest way to put it. But the figure eclipses Google's $2 trillion market value, so it's sort of a problem. It's also far larger than the size of the entire global economy. So literally all the money in the world and then some is what Russia is asking for because they blocked 17 Russian television channels. Also, the population in Russia, I just don't think this computes. Like, I think they're overvaluing their own market value here. But just as a fun kind of like summation here. So again, they're saying they own 20 decillion. As a reminder, Google is named after Google, which is a number represented by 100 zeros. So
Oh,
there you go.
why didn't they just ask for that?
Yeah, they should have. They should have been funnier about it.
Yeah.
Like if it's just sort of like a symbolic gesture, then you failed to be really symbolic. Like you missed the joke. You missed the joke, Russia. It must not translate from English or something. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
true.
I don't know what their problem
A lot
is.
of jokes get lost in translation.
There's too many triangles in Russian.
What? Oh, like our exchange student tried to say one. It was pretty funny. The
Your exchange student from Spain.
don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right?
Yeah.
What'd she say? Don't look horse's teeth.
Don't lick a horse's teeth.
Don't look at a horse's teeth or something like that. That's what she said.
You know, that's fair, because if you're not a dentist, what are you doing?
You know, I like those pictures where they put like fake teeth inside dogs and horses.
That's a thing. You're the clientele there.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Send those to me.
I like that you're the clientele for those photos, because
Yeah.
many a times I've looked at that and I thought, who's buying this shit?
I don't buy it. I just look at it and think it's funny. Yeah.
You like some dentures and some dogs.
Yes. Or like the fake eyebrows on 'em. What's not funny about that?
Are you a fan of the classic dogs playing poker?
No.
Oh, really? That doesn't do it for you? You're like, give me some eyebrows, give me teeth, but don't give me.
I think it's
poker.
overdone. Maybe if they were doing other things.
What about Uno? If I switch up the card game, does that make it better?
Maybe more. Maybe if they were like dressed in like, modern attire and stuff. Yeah. I think that the dogs
fine
are like
art of dog paintings here.
It's really tough. Actually I'm gonna have a new tattoo. I've decided. So we spent one night chat GPTing tattoos.
Love this.
The prompt was always pug, like doing something.
Yeah.
So I'll put a picture up on the video, but I let me show you this.
You got a few pug tattoos.
Yeah, this is the one I'm gonna get right here. I mean,
Pug on a lawnmower.
yeah, he's mowing the yard.
He looks like a like a hipster pug too.
Well, I'm gonna have him change the hat. That's not the right style hat to mow the yard in.
No, that's not. He's like got like an old school like
Like a fedora
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
whatever. Were they fedoras like back in the 50s? Because that's the hat it looks like.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know what those are
gonna
called, bowlers.
maybe get rid of the glasses too.
Those also make it hipster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just the he's got to have the flannel shirt. The rest of it's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
be black and white, but the flannel shirt's got to be red and black.
This is art.
Yeah.
It is art.
We also googled like pug snorkeling, pug.
Oh, I like a pug snorkeling.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's some good stuff.
Okay.
So we landed on that though.
I don't know how we got to that topic from Google owing Russia a decillion dollars,
If you play
$20
it-
decillion dollars.
If you
but
play
I
it
love
back, it makes sense. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to let the viewer do that and go right on to our next topic because it's about a dog, actually.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's not so nice news,
Oh.
actually. This year, Kirk Herbstreit's dog, a golden retriever named Ben, became very popular on College game day and even NFL. He brought it to a few NFL games. The man, it honestly made me realize how many places he is. I guess I never realized how much I see Kirk Herbstreit in a given week. The man is everywhere. And
Yeah.
he brought his adorable golden retriever Ben with him. We learned this week that Ben has passed away. So his charming golden retriever succumbed to cancer. He had become America's dog, traveling with Herbstreit as he called games each week for Amazon and ESPN. Schools began to even create their own credentials for Ben, kind of saying like wide retriever, like doing little puns, obviously.
Wide retriever.
And he met a few interesting mascots, some Longhorns in Texas, and other dogs from other schools. Texas A&M has a dog. And yeah, so sad news, but a very famous dog passed away. I kind of feel like good old Ben was almost up there with Lassie.
Oh.
Felt important enough to bring to attention. Famous dogs. When they
Famous
become
dogs.
famous,
It-
America loves them. America loves a famous dog.
Like, what's that? Marley?
Marley and Me?
Yeah.
And that dog was awful.
Really? I mean,
Did you watch Marley and Me?
Yeah.
The
but
whole purpose was like me and my really bad dog.
Oh.
That dog always like ran away and did stuff, but you still loved it. You still cried at the end of the movie when Marley dies.
Yeah.
I guess spoiler alert for anyone who didn't see that.
It's on them if they haven't seen it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that at that point. But it also is a book, so like, come on. I don't know. It was like in the news for a lot. People really liked Marley and Me too.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, Beethoven, another movie where people really liked it.
That
Lots of
dog.
dogs
That dog was eating food
all the time. All the time. That dog kind of sucked too.
Just slobbering everywhere.
We don't actually do dogs a favor in movies, do we? We don't make them like really great. Homeward Bound. There's some good ones.
Yes, that was a good movie.
Yeah. 101 Dalmatians. I can name so many movies about dogs
Oh,
My Dog Skip.
the animated one with the bunny with Chris Rock or not? What's his name? The little comedian, Kevin Hart.
The little comedian.
The
He is short. You're
You know
right.
that
That
movie?
was suffice. That would suffice.
he played the bunny rabbit, but there was like little dogs in apartments.
Jumanji. No, I don't know.
Ooh,
I don't know.
I love that movie.
Yeah. I don't know what movie he was in. He voiced a dog or he voiced a bunny?
He voiced the bunny.
And there's a dog.
There's a lot of dogs and other animals. It was like
Not Zootopia.
Life of Pets.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
there with you. Yeah.
That was a good one.
And those are all the movies we can name about dogs.
Yeah,
but we
could.
named like 6. Point being, America loves dogs.
Yeah.
And I guess condolences to Kirk Herbstreit and his family because it's always hard to lose an animal. I do.
They're
I
part
think
of the family.
It is. And like maybe the most beloved part of a family because you're not like getting in arguments with it. Agree to disagree?
Yeah.
Okay.
I talk to my dogs a
You
lot.
get in a fight to disagree with you?
Well, we had like fake conversations.
I mean, they're real if you're talking.
Yeah. So,
And you got in an argument with your dog?
well, okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
you have to
maybe I
explain it.
wasn't-
I'm not gonna let this one die. So
Maybe I wasn't talking to them, so we had 2 dogs, and I would like commentate as both of them
you made them fight.
talking to each other.
Yeah, no, see, nobody argues with their dog. Nobody's
know.
mad. You can get mad at a pet, but like, I don't know. They're just so like they are a part of the family. Nobody like
Like your kid, when they don't do something right. Same with the dog.
yeah. I guess that's like the minimum of it. Even lesser though, because they don't do anything really big. Nobody's like stolen anything. Well, maybe a dog could steal something. I could see that happening. I don't know.
I did see a post one day. This like professor was like, "Sorry guys, the dog ate your homework." Like
No way, his dog really ate all their
all
homework.
the students' homework.
That's
yeah,
epic. That's so funny.
yeah. It was their papers were all over the place. Just
One time, I have a cat, and my ex-husband used to lay like bills and like his mail out,
yeah.
and he was not the best like administrative assistant to himself. And he had all of this laid out. My cat like was laying down on his papers, and then all of a sudden, my cat got worked up and took out his his claws and just shredded everything.
Oh man.
And it was very much like a dog ate your homework sort of thing, but I was like, like the cat just ruined all your. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I hope you can pay those bills online.
Time to go digital, buddy.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
But man, it became a habit. Like if you
He wasn't
lay out
right.
some mail, my cat's gonna go ham on it.
He wasn't writing like checks, was he?
No, but it was all bills. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, well, it was still a problem.
Yeah.
I'd never actually seen my cat do that before, so I was like, I don't know. I guess he hates you.
Or the bills.
Or the bill. My cat's gonna do you a solid. He's like,
Yeah. Never got that bill.
yeah, exactly.
Swear
Can't
to
pay
God.
it if you can't read it.
Yeah.
See, dogs are always on our side. Pets are always on our side.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, condolences to the Herbstreit family because that's sad, and a little bit sad for the rest of America who looked forward to seeing that dog. We love it. Final topic of today: behind the glass gate. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those glass gates at CVS, Walmart, other
Oh,
retailers. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So Walmart is testing out new tech that will empower shoppers to unlock the annoying security locks with their phones. Employees are already using it in a few hundred stores, but now the retailer has discussed rolling it out to Walmart Plus loyalty members. This comes from Bloomberg. CVS is also piloting a system that lets shoppers unlock like the Tide Pods and shampoo and stuff that they've put behind these glass cages with its app. The topic's been so popular that John Mulaney and SNL made fun of it. They locked shampoo behind glass. What are your thoughts on the glass gate? Because it's getting contentious because more and more is being put behind a gate.
Yeah. That actually,
Like you can no longer just pop into CVS and grab something. More than likely, you're gonna need assistance.
it was super annoying. Our exchange student needed her cable to charge her phone, like, just,
Kaput.
yeah, it didn't work anymore. So I was like, all right, let's go get another one. So we went to Walmart. the $5 cables are locked up behind a gate.
Right.
It's like,
And I could see how it would be something that's
I'm sure it's
thefted.
stolen all the time.
Yeah, because it's like everybody needs one.
It's just annoying though.
It is. And I understand, like, for these large corporations that it's like you let enough get stolen and then you start to see like a profit dip in that. And it's like you either stop carrying it or you got to do something. I want to know what's the trigger behind people stealing these items. Because honestly, at CVS, it's not, I mean, we like SNL made fun of it being shampoo, but it's not like Suave. You know what I mean? It's like the expensive shampoo or expensive face lotions. Are people stealing it because they're watching TikTok, they're watching YouTubers, they're watching whatever, and they're like, I want that stuff. Also, is it women? Because to me, it always feels like it's women's items behind the glass cage.
I mean, do we still have people like eating Tide Pods? Why are those?
Yeah, man.
I know
I
they put 'em-
assume it's always theft. I would hope it's not because random people are walking up like, you know what? I just got to have one while I finish my shopping.
I know they started putting them in there during that whole trend.
Yeah.
That's when they started locking them up. But I don't know.
So I lived in Texas during the pandemic, and it might have been right before the pandemic actually, but there was a trend of people licking Bluebell ice cream and putting it back.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Licking the ice cream.
Real weird.
Yeah.
Real weird. I don't understand why people feel like the toddlers, I understood because they're toddlers, but why you gotta pop a Tide Pod? What?
You know what?
This next generation, they're built different. They are built different.
When you mentioned toddlers, it just did like a flashback memory. We were at like a Chinese buffet, and
Sure.
I was in line next to this kid, and he sneezed
No.
all in the food, and then just like kept getting food, and I was like, "No, you never went back to that place ever again."
No.
Like,
Can I tell you? So I don't know that I ever used to think twice about a buffet.
yeah,
I mean, we've been to Disney World and there's buffets there, and that's however many thousands of people a day. Don't know that I thought about it when we went there. It just was the serving style. I don't think I could do a buffet again. I didn't freak out during COVID. I was not someone that lost their minds. I never overbought toilet paper. I didn't like hunker down and create something insane. 100% don't think I'll ever go back to a buffet though, because that is so gross. The sheer fact that they have sneeze shields at buffets also, I hate that exists because it means that it happens, and that's so disgusting.
what I think is
That's snot and
I've seen
saliva.
this change a lot since COVID is where you hand your like food and stuff to the person on the other side and like a worker.
Well, that's a cafeteria style, right? And I'm
Yeah,
trying
but
to,
I've seen like a lot of buffets, some buffets have
Yeah.
changed to that.
I would rather that.
Yeah.
I'd much rather. Also, just like bring it to me at the table.
Like I know like cruise ships, they're one that changed. You used to get your own food.
Yeah.
Now like since COVID, a lot of them now you have to hand your plate to that person and they do it for you.
I'd rather it.
Yeah.
I'm disgusted. That's so nasty. I would hate, like, what did you do? Like, I would just, like, I'd
I'd
leave
just, like-
immediately.
I think I went to like a different section of the buffet where this kid hasn't been yet. Cause
Also, how old were they?
this kid was, I don't know.
A parent should have been there.
Oh,
If the child is not, like, old
No, no, no.
enough.
These parents, right?
Oh, no.
It was a whole ordeal in there with this family.
Oh, no.
These kids just
I don't like to parent shame, but
they
light
weren't
it up.
raised right.
Light it up. If you're, because certain kids, and listen, sometimes a sneeze just
It happens.
sneaks up on you.
Nah, this
sneaks
kid-
up on you. But
Multiples.
oh, that's so gross. That's so, if you aren't teaching your kid to cover, I don't care if they still catch it with their hand.
Yeah.
Like, as long as they're not touching stuff, whatever. I mean, I feel like also, can we get to the point? I hate people who sneeze into their hands. I hate people who sneeze into their hands. Why are you sneezing into your hands?
I always try to like pull like a shirt or
Elbow,
or the
right?
elbow. Yeah, you try to do something, not on your hands.
Like exactly. I'm
Because
like,
then you're like,
now you spread. Exactly.
So
Like now we're spreading. Like you're still spreading it. Who invented that? Who said that's good enough? Just sneeze into your hands. I can't handle people.
well, first I guess before you would shake
you know what?
somebody's hand, you gotta wipe
Maybe
it on.
COVID did change me.
You gotta wipe it on your pants.
Yeah,
first.
because that'll do the trick.
Yeah.
That'll do the trick. I can't handle that.
Yeah.
I can't handle that. I'm mad at those parents. I don't like the parent blame, but you're dirty. You're dirty. I want less things put behind a gate glass. I also have
How does this?
ran into a lot of them that are actually unlocked. Like, just FYI, just give it a little push. Some of those are definitely not locked.
I guess Best Buy does it a lot too.
Yeah, it's almost just a deterrent to be there, and then if you actually try, it's open. I want to know the trigger behind stealing them. And I don't know, because it seems like it's always like certain brands asking for it because they're seeing themselves get stolen a lot. I want to know what it is because that's really the problem. It's the sheer fact that people are having to steal things or wanting to steal things. Also, don't steal. It's bad. Stop that.
Maybe we should
Other people pay for that.
interview a stealer.
Yeah.
Ask them why.
I stole something when I was little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think
And it was
good?
just because I was like, I want to know what this is. And I stole it. And I just like kept it.
What was it?
I don't know. I still
Well, was it worth it?
I mean, I don't think so. I literally, I was young enough that I can remember it. And I didn't.
She just took it back. Look at that.
I was
you
like
know,
5. I don't know. I don't know.
You know, I stole this, but I don't like it anymore. Just have it back.
And just like bring it back to the store with me next time.
Yeah.
Probably could have. I think I tried
Back in inventory.
I know. That's true. It's true.
Inventory counters are like, yes, we found it.
You know? I don't know. I think there are certain things where it's like, I don't know. I think thieving probably happens more often than we think. I think it can be super easy. My mom, one time, I guess, she was like shopping in a department store. And when she got home, a bunch of earrings were in her like hood, the hood of her coat.
Wow.
And so she must have like backed into something. But I mean, that's stealing.
What a good spot to steal stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah, she just like didn't know. She was like, oh, she like freaked out, obviously. And she did take them back because she also just didn't want all those earrings.
Yeah.
But
I saw, we were at Sam's Club yesterday. And you know how they always check your receipt when you're going out?
sure.
And then they scan your.
Somebody get caught?
Yeah, they had an item and they're like, it's not on the receipt. And they took it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Thievery
Thieveries.
happens.
It was something like, it was just food. Like, I don't know what it was.
I wonder if it didn't get rang up.
They probably just forgot to ring it up.
Yeah. I've 100% like had something in a bottom of a cart,
Oh,
you know what
yeah,
I
I've
mean?
done
And
that.
totally walked out. I think it's easy to have it happen, but I would also argue that most of the stuff behind the glass gates are probably purposely stolen,
Yeah.
especially if it's done so. I want to know what the like measuring unit is that puts it behind a glass gate. They're like, "Oh, we had 50 units stolen of this behind a gate."
Walmart Plus. That's stupid.
Got to be Oh, I think as a company, it makes so much sense. I would start putting everything behind a gate, like immediately to be like, yeah, get on my
To
my
get
membership.
Walmart Plus,
Yeah, get on my Walmart Plus, get on my CVS app. I want your information and you can unlock this yourself.
I guess.
You know, back in the old days, when I say old days, I don't actually know what era I'm talking about, but it was in the UK. And you would go into a store. It was like old-timey general store. I think this probably happened in the US as well. But you had to ask to see things. They didn't just have like a bunch of stuff sitting out. You'd have to go in and be like, I want sugar, coffee, like bread, whatever. And if you were buying goods, it'd be like, can I see those gloves? And they would bring out like the gloves. And you'd be like, oh. Okay, yes, no. And I just wonder if we're going to end up, like, I think we have too much consumerism to do that. But at the same time, I think you could digitally have a menu and totally end up in a system like that. I think you could do it.
Sort of like the parts at like an AutoZone are all like
Yeah.
back there, and the dude has to go get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. I think we could totally get to where you go to like a kiosk and you're like, I want 4 bananas, a box of cereal, detergent, something, and then like somebody just like brings it out to you. I think that's how you disrupt thieving.
Robots break it out.
Totally. And a robot actually just orders for you. You order it from your phone and then you just like drive through.
Yeah.
I think I actually just invented something and I need to go do that now.
Probably should.
Yeah, okay.
You should
All
hurry.
right. Well, then that's our show.
Yeah.
That's the Glass Gate. We did it.
We did it.
Do we have a nightcap?
Just that, I don't know. I feel like sitting over here gave me more energy.
Oh, the energy's better on that side?
I think maybe it's the plant.
I feel weird. I feel like you know what though? I felt sharper because I know, for anyone who has listened to enough of us, I know that I end everything with like, well, best of luck to them. And I didn't do that this time. I did it like once during bowling, so I'm proud of myself. My head is sharper over here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, the vibes are good over here.
All right.
That's it.
Best of luck to the plant.
Best of luck.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of our Dinner Party podcast. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.